on this episode of the Artist Sit Down.
That
So it took you saying Philly for me to think of an
to
answer.
for it to
Yeah.
it was meant to be. And this is just my opinion. I don't want anybody from any other states to say anything, but I feel like New York City is always kind of like the originator.
You feel like you're a part of their story. That right there is just beautiful. I wasn't prepared for this. Um, they are skilled at their art. I have no beef. I think that now let me stop.
You think that was a subtle question?
Yeah, like trying to get me shot. And a lot of people are gonna get mad when I say this, but so everyone's had that moment where they're sitting around their middle school table, freestyling, doing, just dumb stuff with their friends. Me personally, at least, I definitely want more people to start telling stories. Like I said, that is like really how you captivate an audience.
Hey, you guys, what's going on? It's your girl Kamorshi, and we're here at episode 1 for season 2 of the Artist Sit Down. So, you guys, I'm actually really excited to be here. I think this season I'm going to be more so just in tune with just having a conversation with y'all. I don't want to make it too professional, but of course we're still going to try to keep a professional setting. But I really just want to have conversation to where you guys are actually interested and want to watch. I did learn some tips and some tricks last season on some things that I can do better. And as you can see, we do have like a new picture here on the TV, which is representing the Artist Sit Down. I hope you guys like it. We have a new team. So we have our director, who is Samuel, and we have our editor, who's also Christian, and they do attend Alfred State here. And I just want to thank them on camera from the first episode because they've helped me put together my promo video and they've helped me put together my video for telling you guys to just sign up. And they've just been helping me through this whole process, and it's been beautiful. So without further ado, yes, we do have a guest today. And I'm not going to make this interview too long, but we're definitely going to get some inside scoop on a little bit of his life because right now I think he's a little bit of a hot commodity on campus. And I want to see what he's about. So, and I also don't know if you guys know that he actually just started doing music. And I want to see what this song was inspired by. So without further ado, help me introduce one of the most hottest students on campus right now when it comes to his reels. Zaire. Hi.
What's up?
It's actually really good for having you on the show. Thank you for being on the first episode. So just start off with telling the people a little bit about yourself, who you are, where you're from.
Well, as y'all know, my name is Zaire. I am from Mount Vernon, and a lot of people are gonna get mad when I say this, but that is the city. We are right next to the Bronx, so we're basically the city. Yeah, but I mean, quick rundown, 18 for me, just came to Alfred. I like to think of myself as an outgoing person, allows me to talk to people easier. Yeah, like, that's just really, like, for me, keeping it short.
Okay, for keeping it short. So, tell the people, what's like your major on campus and stuff. Like, what do you do?
So I do sports management, but essentially just sports management, but my day to day, I like to think more like I really lean more into like sports communication when I'm doing like interviews and stuff.
Okay. And so that's one thing I want to talk about before we actually get into the music. What led you to actually start the reels here for Alfred and wanting to get into like showing love to like the sports teams? Like what got you into that?
So I was actually sitting down in one of my professor's class, shout out Mr. Aquilina, and I was watching ESPN because what student's really paying attention in class, and I had just thought like, I didn't see a lot of like love to like, the sports side of this campus, and sports is something that I've loved my entire life. It's driven me, and I just said, well, what can I do to change that? So I talked to him, and he had put me in the direction of Will Rollison, our athletic director of communications, another one, shout out. But yeah, and it had just made me realize like that's something that I genuinely want to do with my career, alongside like a lot of hobbies that I have. But like, talking to athletes, once again, like, it just allows me to be more outgoing, talking to people really helps me learn like more about the athletic side, the business side of athletes especially.
Okay, I think that's pretty dope. And so I know you said that you're a big fan of sports, and I also know you said you're 18, so you're a freshman, of course.
Mhm.
And so in high school, did you play any sports, or like what's like your favorite sport that you like to get into?
Yeah, so, you know, walking out, you see I'm like taller, so a lot of people
Mm,
would assume I played basketball, but actually my entire life and all through high school, I played baseball.
mm,
So that was honestly a talent handed down to me by my father, his father, the whole spiel. But yeah, like I have so much love for that sport. I plan on playing here eventually when my schedule is a lot less busy.
mm.
But like, yeah, that's my ride or die right there, man. There's no better feeling than like being on a baseball field.
Okay, so like give me a little rundown like what baseball is about because I'm not really too big on the sports. As you just know, like we just had a whole conversation and you said that shout out to our football team, A State football team, for actually winning their last home game. What was the score again?
44-8.
44-8. And so when he said 44, I'm like 44 what points? Like 44 touchdowns. And he had to explain to me that each point was like 8 points. So what is it like for baseball? Like what does that look like for you? Like what was your position and stuff like that?
So just to explain baseball real quick,
Mm-hmm.
there is 9 players on the field, and it's honestly like just a game of like hitting the ball.
Mm-hmm.
It really is a big game of catch, as it was explained to me just by someone.
Mm-hmm.
When I played pitcher, and center field. So basically, the guy who throws the ball, and then the guy who's standing in the grass. Um, but yeah, like I mean, baseball's a really fun sport if you're playing it. But I'll be the one to admit it.
Mm-hmm.
It's boring to watch.
Mm-hmm.
It's very difficult to
It's a
sit
little
through.
boring to watch. A
It's
little bit. It's like something that you really have to have a passion for. Somebody
Yeah.
like in your family that plays it, in my opinion. But thank you for sharing that. So now I want to get into music because of the fact that you told me that baseball was something that you're really like passionate about, and it's something that you pretty much are taking your career, not necessarily a career path, but your college career path right now into like those type of ventures.
Hmm.
Tell me, how did that lead you into dropping your first song, which the people can find where?
On SoundCloud.
On SoundCloud. So, like, what got you into music from
Um,
baseball?
yeah. So everyone's had that moment where they're sitting around their middle school table, freestyling, doing just dumb stuff with their friends, and I'd listen to music so much that like freestyling with a little bit of thought, came easier to me. And eventually, as I got older, I would, sit, write down lyrics. I do poetry, so I would do that. And I was sitting in my room one day. This was probably last year, and one of my friends had introduced me to this app. I can't remember what it's called for the love of me, but like we just started playing around in the studio, and then we just started making random songs. We would never drop them, but like we would just be, playing around. One of my friends who's an artist, he's like super nice. He would drop songs, and so I'd always listen. Well, I wouldn't say always listen to his music, but I'd
At
hear a
least for
couple.
being real.
Yeah, I'd listen to a couple things. And eventually I got on this one song that they were doing as a feature. So I was like the back part of the song. So like I was like, all right, I gotta come out here and feel me kill this. Now I didn't expect it to come out as good as it did, but it came out good. I sent it to a couple people. Some people said, "Yo, you should like genuinely do something with this," and yeah, that just led me to dropping it. I mean, like, and
And
whoever,
tell the people what you named the song.
LOL. It was just such a funny moment.
Which I think it was really cute. I think that was really catchy. I think that's really different. And it's like, it's, very just connecting. And so I guess, just to add like a little side story of how I met Zaire. So it was like this program at our school that happens over the summertime, and Zaire was a part of that. And I noticed that he would like just do random freestyles, like just randomly to anything. And then not only that, but he's pretty much just known for the whole summer just playing music from morning to night on a big speaker. And it's just like, okay. And there's just some people that are just like, all right, Zaire, shut that the hell off. Like, this shit is getting too much. But to me, somebody who does like music, I think it was really beautiful to see, because I feel like personally, a lot of people just aren't comfortable with like showing their type of music.
Mhm.
And so because of that, and especially when they're like around like a big crowd, they feel like they have to play like what's popular. So I guess like right now would be like drill and shit. So like I feel like they have to play those type of music or keep it in that type of genre. But with you, I was noticing like, you know, there was like some old school stuff in there, even like some even more classic stuff from like the 80s 70s type ish, all the way up into like current day music. And so I thought that was pretty dope of you. And then even your little freestyles, they were fun and they were cute. And so then my request for you today is, can we get a freestyle? Like, can we get a Zaire freestyle from the summertime?
I wasn't prepared for this. I
I'll
might.
make the beat for you. Are you gonna tell me no?
I might have a little something.
Oh my
I give you
God.
like a couple bars.
A couple. Okay. You want some beat? Okay. Wait.
Wait, don't even give me a beat. Don't even give me a beat. I can't deal with that.
Let me hear something.
Alright, true. Yo, I can curse, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was pretty sure. When it was like keep it professional. Yo, I can say some nice shit. Best believe that I don't write. But if I go up on thoughts, best believe I be up all night. I'm like Batman, so I protecting them from crime. But I'm not really nice with it. Niggas know that I can rhyme. On some real shit, I think that I'm dope. But best believe if I get up, I'm rocking the hope. Oh, wait.
Okay.
Now, what I just said, I'm not gonna lie. I be letting these thoughts get to my head. Yo, I go freestyle and I might take it back. I'm like Eminem, but best believe I'm black and not whack. Yo, I'm like 50 Cent. Niggas know that I'm nice. And I could really do this shit. Yo, I'm wearing the ice. I got the chain on my neck, the feet on my kicks. Best believe that I'm doing it. Yo, I'm rapping this shit.
Okay.
Feel me? A little something. I honestly did not say nothing, but like,
No, but it was cute, like for the moment, like you know, you're
word. But like,
flowing.
I don't know. Like when I'm freestyling, I like to say things that rhyme. But like when I really sit down and write, that's when you could like really tell a story. That's why I love like rappers like, you know, Joyner, Eminem, even Taking It Back, Flavor. You know, like rappers who could really tell a story. For me, I feel like that's the better rap. I don't want to say that's an art lost to today, because you know, you have rappers who will tell you what crime they committed. You're telling the story. You're telling the right story. But
You definitely are telling a story. What I would definitely say though, especially with music, depending on like where you're coming from, because I feel like, because I know like that's a big thing right now, especially with a lot of rappers getting indicted because of their music. But I think what a lot of people have to also understand is that because you're doing music and you are a storyteller, sometimes there are going to be stories that aren't true, or like that didn't happen, or stories that are just in your head that you wish happened. And so because it's not happening, you kind of make up some songs for that, and you kind of make up music for that. And so I want people to understand that just because somebody is rapping something or singing something doesn't mean that's what it always is. Sometimes it's just a storyline in their head, kind of like a script or like an act. When people are acting, that, you know, they're telling you a story that probably never really happened, but in their head this is like how everything would go, or how everything could go. And I think that's a beautiful part about music.
that is so funny, because like on my song, I'm talking about, I'm pretty sure I said something about shooting someone. I've definitely shot a gun before. I never shoot nobody though.
And but it's good when it comes to storytelling and making things dramatics and reeling people in, because I just feel like, once again, it's art. So that's why a lot of the times when artists get indicted solely for their music, it's kind of like because I'm not saying a lot of rappers or whatever, like all they say is cap, but probably like a good amount of what they say, or like just little pieces of what they're saying, is probably cap, just to exaggerate the songs and to pull the audience and listeners in. So I guess my next question for you is, where do you see yourself going in music? Like, do you feel like you dropping your song on SoundCloud, do you want to take your music to all platforms, or do you feel like right now you're going to drop on SoundCloud, do it for fun or anything, and then take it serious later, or you're just going to always just do it for fun?
I mean, I don't know. Like I said, I've been doing this. When I say doing this, I mean, you know, just writing for a long time. It's therapeutic. So, you know, if I just so happen to, you know, get in the studio one day, rap, drop something, I definitely don't see myself being like the next Tupac or anything like that. But like, you know, so I'm more of a whatever happens kind of guy. But like, it would be nice. Everyone wants to have that next hottest single, you know.
Yeah, because I was gonna say, like, what if one day, like, you just make like a song and you thought it was just like for some fun, and it just really ends up blowing up overnight, and then now you have to start performing. Like, do you feel like you can see yourself on stage, like performing a song, giving the people a show?
Yeah. I mean, I definitely wouldn't be like a. Let me give you a performer. I wouldn't be like a little baby. I like you think of little baby. He's more serious. You know, he get on stage, do his thing. That's it. I'd think of myself more as like a Tyler the Creator. Like try to be
Okay.
funnier on stage. You know.
I like that.
Cause like I'm not gonna go away from like what I know I am, and I like to think of myself. I'm a funny guy, comedian. I'm an entertainer. Before and then after all of that, I'm good at music. Or I can do a little music for me on the side. But like so if I were to get on stage, I'd perform my song, make a couple jokes, like keep the crowd entertained. You feel me?
And I know you named some rappers, so I guess my next question would be, what coast it has your favorite rappers? So do you feel like the East Coast has like some of your favorite rappers, West Coast, the Midwest, like what do you, DMV, like who do you feel like you relate to more? Like do you relate to your own city more, or do you relate to like someone else's city more when it comes to rappers?
Relate to?
Or just music in general?
Oh man, that's difficult. That's something that got me shifting in my chair. Like for example, like me. Why do I keep saying for example? But me and my friends like do disses on each other, and one of the best to ever do it. Everyone knows Tupac. That diss track on Biggie was crazy. You have rappers like Eminem. So I mean, like I don't know, it's difficult, but I always gotta keep it home. I'm definitely gonna say East Coast.
East Coast.
Like I'll never go away from like the Biggies, the freaking.
So give me your starting five.
My starting five.
Who's your starting five? And if you can't name a starting five, give me your top three.
My starting five. All right, so I'll keep it in basketball terms. At the one, I definitely have Dr. Dre. His ability to not only a rapper, but I mean his producing skills is off the charts. Some of the rappers that he's brought up in the days, Snoop Dogg, like Kendrick. That's just to name a few. Right after him, Eminem. I mean, like right there. Not a lot of people, especially these days, listen to him. But like, I just think he's so crazy. Like, I mean, between like the songs he's dropped, some of the rappers he's brought up, everyone that he's inspired, that's a.
And I don't know if this is true or not, but I heard Eminem doesn't charge for his verses. I heard like if he just like fuck with your song, he kind of just goes like jumps on it. Like, do you know anything about that?
No, not at all. I mean, if I'm Eminem, I'm like crazy rich. I know what my if I were him, I know what my songs are worth. So I mean, I don't know. I can see it going both ways. Let's see. Back to your question. Number 3, J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Everyone loves J. Cole.
Yeah.
I mean, like
It's a
especially
staple.
Let's see. 4. Not a lot of people know this guy, but definitely Joyner. He is.
He's from Boston, right? Or am I Baltimore? Am I bugging? He's not from the city though.
No. I wait, damn, I couldn't even tell you. But yo, Joyner.
Joyner Lucas, right?
Joyner Lucas, yes. That is one of my favorite rappers ever. Like, I genuinely have him in my top 3. And, like, not even because skill or anything, but once again, he's another great storyteller. Like, you see it in his music videos. He has this song called Ross Cappuccino, and it is just so good. The way he can sit there and explain it to you. Like, I feel like that is a lost art within music today. Like, an artist's ability to explain an entire story to you, like you'll feel like you're genuinely there. Like you'll have songs like random song No Role Models, right? You can feel that, right? Like you feel like you're genuinely in a car, or like Power Trip, you feel like you're genuinely in a car late at night and it's raining. Like you feel that. Artists who can make you feel like you're a part of their story, that right there is just beautiful. And now last but not least, my 5. Damn, how did we get here?
I asked you who was your favorite top 5 rappers.
My top 5 rappers. Nicki.
Nick.
And not just because
And
I
at
have
the
to
end of the day, you
include
should have put the queen first.
not just because I have to include a female, but like I am a very big Nicki fan because like she's better than a lot of the male rappers out here. I mean, like, yo, she does her shit, and like she's standing on business for real.
Stand on
Like,
business.
if I had to be in the same room with her, I'd be scared. Like the other guys on my list, I might be scared of M, but like that's probably it. But like Nicki, she kind of has that presence with her. Like artists are like a complete package. You have to be able to have the skill, the vocals. You have to have the mindset. Like, she really has a businesswoman mindset. You feel
She
me?
does.
And like, I really dig that. But like, yeah. So that's definitely my fault.
So I think that's really dope. And I've noticed that you said a lot of legends and a lot of upcoming legends. And I guess right now, I guess whatever genre you want to go to when it comes to the city, who do you feel like is the next rising artist or the top rising artist that you think is getting a lot of attraction right now? Like,
A lot of attraction right now.
mm-hmm.
I couldn't even say a drill rapper's name, but drill as a whole is definitely coming up. From this city,
Or one of your favorite rising artists?
one of my favorites. I don't want to say Jenner again,
But he's
but
not a rising artist.
nah, he's not. He's definitely established. Let me think. Who's coming up? I don't know. I'm biased. I don't give a lot of new artists a chance. Like, you gotta think. Your friend sends you this song by a new artist. You're like, yo, who is this? Like, why would I listen to that? I definitely do give things a chance though. Let me see. Damn, why am I drawing a blank? I'm definitely drawing a blank on that one.
Okay, so we'll get back to that. My next question for you can be, because you're starting music, and of course because you have so much other talent that you're investing your time in, where do you see yourself when it comes to music in 5 years, or contributing to music? Like, what do you feel like you want to bring different to the music scene?
What do I want to bring different? I mean, a lot of people have definitely been asked that question. I probably would. Whatever I say has probably been like answered before, but like, me personally, at least, I definitely want more people to start telling stories. Like I said, that is like really how you captivate an audience. You can make good music videos off of it. Like, I definitely, if I were to do anything in the music industry, I'd probably want to produce so that I can like find talent who have that ability. Because I mean, not everyone could tell a story. Someone can just get in the studio and talk about how they shot their mom yesterday, you know. But like, people who can like tell you about what they did last Tuesday, you know, just going off the tracks. That right there, that like, that's skill. I'd rather be the one that's finding people like that than try to make myself like that, you know. Which once again is why I also idolize Dr. Dre, because his ability to find talent is uncanny. Like, I don't know if it's luck or skill, but that man is just, that's crazy.
And so, because I know you went blank on the last question, and what you said kind of made me think about something new. What do you think about today's music that's out? Like, what do you think are some things that we lack in today's music? And what do you think that today's music is actually bringing that is like really creative
Okay,
to the
so
scene?
just paint a picture in your head. I am the child that was up every Sunday cleaning the house, listening to Jaheim, Mary J. I think today's music is like definitely missing love. Very corny, but like
It is.
it's definitely missing like that standing outside of their house with a boombox at like 12 and I wouldn't know anything about that because me personally, I'd never do something like that. But like that's definitely something it's missing. Like just that genuine care. Of course, you have like, you know, your rappers who are like doing stuff like that, which, you know, you'll find here and then. But like the mass as a whole, especially, you know, from the city, you have rappers from the Bronx, things like that. It's definitely a lot more like violence, which I don't care. I have no problem. If your music sounds good, it sounds good. I'm gonna listen to it. But like, as far as what it's missing, definitely like that love aspect, like that I'm gonna go get my girl back, like that ripping off my shirt in the rain, that kind of music.
So that's the music that you're gonna go start making, or like?
Absolutely not. I'm definitely
Because that was my next question. So when we think about music coming from Zaire, like what would you say Zaire is gonna like? What type of music are we like? Should we be expecting from Zaire after you guys hear Zaire's first new track that actually dropped on SoundCloud? So make sure you guys go check that out, and you will see and hear a little bit of his music during the break.
Oh yeah, and just real quick, because I'm not the only one on that song. Just big shout out Ty B's, my boy Kirk, kick a piece. But as far as me, I like fast rap. I love like, oh my, Busta Rhymes, once again. But like that ability to be real quick with it, and like for people to hear what you're saying, that's what I love. So I definitely like to do stuff like that. I am working on a couple things with JJ, once again, just playing around, but whatever happens, happens. today is definitely all about remixes. Like samples, taking one song, taking that beat, and then just doing something different with it. Let me see. There's this new song called Stomp Stomp. It was a Soulja Boy
Isn't it a
remix.
little Tata? Like
Yeah.
Tata's.
But like that was dope. Like you take, like, a lot of rappers love to take Fantasia's song and just go crazy on that, like that right there. So that's a lot of the stuff I like to do. So you could probably expect a little something like that.
Okay. And what do you think about artists like, for example, Tata? Like, what do you think about artists like that, and the Kyle Rich and the Jen Carters? Like, what do you think about that?
They are skilled at their art. I have no beef. I think that let me stop.
You think that was a setup question?
Yeah, like trying to get me shot. No, but like those dudes, like, though, feel me, like, all right, you got to think. In the city, there are millions of people, and they're the ones that everyone's listening to. Like, they're skilled. It takes skill for people to listen to your art, especially these days, when anyone can make. Feel me, like, anyone can drop a song,
Especially in New York, where I feel like it's really all eyes is on us. I feel like I've heard all the time, and I think it really just stands tall on its like stance. I feel like if you break in music, if you have a break in music, in New York City, you're always gonna find yourself being booked like consistently and constantly, because I just feel like New York City is kind of like the mecca of like where music was like established and like really gained and stuff. And this is just my opinion. I don't want anybody from any other states to say anything, but I feel like New York City is always kind of like the originators, and then you have the other states that kind of like take bits and pieces, which is not a problem because that's just what influence is, which is not a bad thing. And I think other states kind of nitpick at certain things, and they kind of make it in their own character or to their own characteristic of like how they want to mix it up, make it a little bit better. Personally, that's how I look at it. And same thing with Chicago. Chicago is like a hot commodity when it comes to like music as well, Philly, stuff like that.
Speaking of, all right, I have my answer. So upcoming artist Raji's. Oh my God! So a lot of the Philly music. So the song "No Munchies," Temptations, like the songs that make you want to shake your hips.
Oh, okay.
That's what he does, and he is good at it. Philly Goats, No Humpy. I can name so many songs. I wouldn't even say he's up and coming, but like him, he's a very good Philly artist. Like that is another, and he's a funny too. Like I wouldn't say he reminds me of Tyler because he's definitely more on the like. No, he reminds me of Tyler because he's funny. He does his music. He streams on the side. Like that's another guy. Once again, like people who can bring that, people who can do their music and then they have the business side to it. Like they're not just artists. They're also other things. So he's definitely one of my. He's not from the city, but he's from a city. He's one of my favorite up and coming artists.
Okay, I love that.
So it took you saying Philly for me to think of an answer.
For it to, it was meant to be. Okay, you guys. And so right after this, so we're about to go to break. And right after this break, we're just going to ask Zaire a couple of wrap-up questions. But for right now, you're actually going to hear a little bit of Zaire's new song,
LOL.
LOL. And so it's your girl, Kimora She.
It's Zaire.
And we'll be back right after this break.
City nigga be known for the internet chat. And you want beef, you don't know about that action. But the confused cause he heard of this heat that we packing. Heat that we packing. I don't talk much, but just know I ain't lacking. I ain't in the crib, but let's get it cracking. All of this shooting, we know that it's taxing. Speaking of Americans, know I got backings. Might take a break, cause I can get back in. Killing your bitch, I'm blowing her back in. Said you might shoot, then we can do that. I'm taking dope, boxes, racks. Might be a rapper, but just shit is whacked. I'm watching my dogs, they say that we hacking. Dog get said to me, what is you jacking? I ain't getting news, I might just be blacking. I'm a black hound, niggas know that I'm tracking. Call me a joker, I just be laughing. I'm not a defense, I'm steady attacking. Say that I'm trusted, but what are you chatting? I'm from the West Coast, but nigga, what happened? You got no push, cause I'ma be asking. Give me an answer, and I get to macking. Can't kick a piece, I love saying tapping. I finish the beat, I think I unpacked it.
Hey, you guys, it's your girl, Kimora She.
It's Zaire.
And we're back from the break. So we're actually going to go into our little game. So, as you guys know, last season, I actually was doing like lyric trivias and having my guests pretty much like figure out what artist was saying or created the song that I was kind of giving them without doing too much. This season, the games are going to be different every episode. But I do want it to be related to music. And so it's going to kind of be a challenge, but we're going to find things that work. And so today I have my phone because we're actually going to give Zaire some music trivia riddles. And so we're going to do some riddles. And you guys might say it's a little corny, but it's okay because we all are going to laugh at the end. So are you ready? So I'm probably going to give you like a good 4 or 5. So the first one is, and that's not why I laugh, but what kind of phone makes music?
What kind of phone makes music? Bro, what? Is it a telephone?
No.
I genuinely don't know.
Do you want to give it another try?
What kind of phone makes music? I don't.
Okay, so it's a saxophone. We're gonna laugh. Okay.
That's terrible.
Okay. So, the next one is. Okay, so the next one is why did the orchestra have bad manners?
Bad manners?
Mm-hmm.
They couldn't conduct themselves?
That's actually right. Wait, did you hear that one before?
No, I just don't conduct
No, look,
this.
that's actually really the answer because it didn't know how to conduct itself. I'm weak. Okay. So the next one is why do we say amen and not a woman?
A little too religious. I don't know. God's a. I don't know. I don't want to get canceled.
I don't want to get canceled. No. Okay. Do you at least want to take a hint? This is disclaimer. This is just for jokes. We do not promote any religious hate or anything like that. So get your panties out your ass.
The answer, to my best knowledge, could be that because God is a man.
No, it's because we sing hymns and not hers.
That's terrible. Jesus Christ.
I told you they're a little cheesy, but it's cute. Okay. That's not really it. Okay, so we're gonna do the last one, which is what's the difference between a composer and a letter carrier?
A composer and a letter. What's a letter carrier?
I don't know.
Am
I think it's
am I too young to get this joke?
I don't know. I think I'm probably too young too because like
The mailman?
like a mailman, yeah.
Oh. Yeah, no, we get emails now. I'm a bit of lit. A conductor and
a composer.
Composer. What's a composer again?
I can't tell you because then you're gonna have the answer.
That's the. I know that's not the guy who leads the. The composer. I don't know. I genuinely don't know.
One writes notes and one delivers them, and you failed.
Oh.
All of them except for the conduct themselves.
itself.
Okay, so that was cute, y'all. Right now, I think that was a little cheesy. I'm not gonna lie, but I'm gonna find some better ones. But I do want it to stay like within the music thing, so we're gonna find some better ones. But you did all right. So right now, you guys, we're just gonna wrap up a couple of questions with Zaire, and I guess last semester I did a segment where it was just kind of like a mental health check-in, and I think I definitely do want to bring that this semester. And so my next question to you is, how are you mentally? Like, with everything you have going on and everything you're getting involved in, like, how has, like, your state of being been?
Really good, honestly. All jokes aside, the amount of things that I'm not trying to show off or anything, but, like, the amount of things that I do on campus. Amount of things that I do on campus between my multitude of clubs, going back and forth from Orvis, bandwagon, school. I mean, it can be stressing, but I'm an athlete. The best players are the ones who can perform under stress. And to me, that's the environment I want to be in. Coming from the city, it's not really a please, thank you kind of place. You feel me? You got to take what you want type
Right.
zone. Me personally, all the stress that I have been put under, like, that's for me. That's when diamonds shine, bro. It takes pressure. You feel me? Oh, that was tough.
Yeah,
oh
I
my
actually love
god.
that. I actually love that because this is going to go into my next question, which is if you could look into this camera here, what would you give when it comes to advice? What advice would you give people out there of all ages, just something universal that you feel like is just kind of imperative people hear like right now?
Yo, I'm gonna keep saying it, yo. Being from New York, yo. Take what you want, like real. That sounds crazy, but like on some real shit. Take what you want, yo. Cause in this world, ain't nothing gonna be given to you. I'm a freshman on this campus, and I'm gonna get challenged a whole lot. I've been challenged a whole lot. I'm gonna be challenged a whole lot more. Nobody wants to listen to a freshman who all of a sudden comes in with big ideas. But like, if I didn't take what I want, I wouldn't be sitting in this chair right now. Wouldn't be working for a bandwagon. I wouldn't be working in the athletic department. I wouldn't be on the e-board of Lasso. I wouldn't be in CSA. You feel me? I can go on. So on some real, be like a New Yorker and take what you want, bro. Like, cause nobody's going to give it to you. You get to college, no one's holding your hand. Feel me?
That was cute. That was cute. And so you guys, with that being said, I just want to say thank you so much to tuning in to the first episode of season 2 of the Artist Sit Down. And I know the further episodes to come are going to be great quality, amazing, more amazing guests like Zaire. And Zaire, do you have any last words for the people?
God did.
God did. And guys, I love you guys, and I'll see you in episode 2.